Alright, so I'm still on this less great bike. Alright, so let's look at some Genki racing games. As in, racing games made by the company Genki. Alright, yep, so, music test. Alright, so first off here we have GP1. Now, Genki, the video game studio, made video games before the year of our Lord 1993. Some of the attribution is weird. Uh, Best guess is that they made some weird licensed F1. I'm coming in really hot, aren't I? Let me turn this down. Okay, yeah, some weird licensed games. There's like a quiz game maybe for Super Famicom. They didn't develop, but they published a Game Gear game. Yeah, there's some weird stuff in their very early catalog. But Genki becomes Genki starting with a GP1 here, a motorcycle racing game. So not a lot of music here. They might know Genki as wrong option, as the Tokyo Extreme Racer people. And if you're sicko like me, it's like, oh, they're also the ones who made those weird bad shooters on the PS1. Alright, so how many courses are there here? Oh, it's auto courses. It's like Suzuka. Is this Adelaide? This is 93, so this would have been Adelaide, right? Oh yeah, Malaysia, everyone loves this track. This is... It's not Catalonia. Oh, I don't know. This looks like Imola? Oh, Europe. Also, okay, so I guess one's like Valencia, one's Catalonia or something. This is... It's just a Nürburgring. Hey, Zandvoort. Everyone loves Zandvoort. Hungaroring, everyone loves Hungaroring. Which one is this? Which one could this be? I'm blanking on the name. It's probably the one that sucks. This is probably their take on Silverstone. Sao Paulo. Oh! Kyalami's here! Fantastic. Alright, let's go with Japan. Alright, so what machines do we have here? So, yeah, they start off doing licensed games like this. 4 different machines what are the stats? No idea what this, I guess no stat differences. Let's see how this handles. So I'm not the best at scalar racers, you're scaling racing. Oh, this is a really low camera angle.
Hi.
Hi, how do you feel about motorcycle racing?
I mean, it could be cool, but this camera angle looks too low for it to be,
Yeah,
cool.
this is a very low camera angle. At least it's a mini-map and turn arrows, which, as we go through Genki's catalog, will not always be guaranteed. So this came out in 1993. It's kind of one of the first, well, one of the earliest games that you can attribute to Genki. Genki games. You know about Genki, right? Everyone knows about Genki.
They made the racing game that you... Did you finish that game? The PS1 game?
No. Did not finish that game. So, as I've seen more of that series, it turns out that they use Keiichi Tsuchiya as like a super boss. And you're not supposed to beat him unless you're like a psycho.
Okay.
So no, I have never beaten Keiichi Tsuchiya in any of those Shutoko battle games. But right now, this GP1 is pre-Shutoko battle.
What's your favorite video game super boss? / absurdly hard bonus boss?
See, I don't like absurdly hard bonus bosses just in general. I mean, yeah, sure, for like the sickos, you can do that, but that's not for me. So, what was that that parody RPG from the XBLA era? Breath of Death 8, I think it was.
Something like that.
There
Yeah,
were there were
7.
yeah, Breath of Death 7, something like that. Yeah, the chicken super boss in that game where it's a dragon, but it's a chicken. It's a chicken dragon. And the
Right.
whole point was to make fun of you for going and actually fighting a super boss. Because you had to walk through this really long and tedious maze to get to him. And then he made fun of you for walking to him.
All right,
I don't know.
we have to do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's now a draw.
Brayden, what's your favorite super boss in a video game?
I like. I usually don't go for super bosses, but I did for Etrian Odyssey 4,
Oh.
Oh,
and it's
a
like
good video game.
Yeah,
Just like GP1 for the Super Nintendo.
I have not done this, but my brother finally beat the Demi Fiend in SMT 5 Vengeance.
Oh.
yeah.
The Demi Fiend's in there. Fun.
Yeah, and it's stupidly
Yeah, he's the
difficult.
Yeah, it's
optional
supposed to
super
be.
boss.
Whenever they bring in as bonus dungeon content in SD games, old protagonists, they're always supposed to be hella fucked. I think that
Yeah, he's been pecking away at this boss for several months, basically since the PC version of SNT 5 launched, and he finished it. So, yeah.
So say he's like a max level character like Shiva's in his party. They're all level 99.
It's not just max level. It's also like a very specific party comp with specific strengths and
Right.
counting turns so that you make sure you can do the special thing to avoid his insta kill attacks
Oh. Okay.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
who
then
should
in
be my
Vengeance, they also
mechanic?
added Dagda
Oh, everyone loves
yeah.
Dagda.
for Vengeance.
And
From
there's
4 Apocalypse.
Satan,
Yeah.
there's
Everyone. Yep.
Satan, Dagda,
All right, but who should my
Jimmy Fiend,
mechanic
and somebody
be?
else.
Lewis, Ingram, Quincy, Marley, Hanson, or Riley? I'm thinking
I don't
Lewis.
trust Riley.
Yeah. No. Let's go with Hanson.
Hold on, man.
Oh, that's a big smile on him. Router entry. Oh, this is an interface. Oh wow, they're putting up a whole hey, here's last year's. I mean, these weren't the guys who were actually doing GP race, MotoGP, right? Ooh, tune-up. Oh, it costs money. Okay, so yeah, that's so they're doing the upgrade whole shtick that they'll put into the Shushoko Battle games. Oh, I gotta qualify here. Alright, can I qualify for the Japanese Grand Prix? Sight unseen. Ah, crap. That's not good. You gotta stay on the course. You gotta stay on the course if you want to win at MotoGP. I'm guessing. Oh, that comes up real fast. Yeah, I just don't like scalar. I don't like the horizon on scalar races in general, like the 8 and 16-bit racing games. That might get me in trouble with some of the graybeards out
To
there.
outrun people.
Yeah, graybeards. But I just
Jeff Rude.
Jeff Root specifically. But I just don't like the limited horizon in this style of game. It just shit comes at you too fast. Like life. It's like life. It comes at you too fast. Oh, did I not qualify?
Listen, I got a take and bake pizza.
Okay.
Life is coming at me at exactly the pace I need it to today.
Oh, well, I didn't qualify last. So there's that. Only one qualifying run. That's brutal. So I mainly wanted to do the stream because I played some Wangan Dead Heat, and it's garbage, and I wanted to show that, but then I decided to do a full history of Genki instead.
Okay.
Wangan Dead Heat is Highway 2000 for the Saturn. Oh, that's no good. I don't think I'm going to win this, guys. Yeah, the sprite scaling's weird. Also, I'm in the Never Break for Anything club when it comes to racing. This is probably why I end up in these situations.
Would you rather play this or Super FX Racing?
I don't think I've played Super FX Racing.
Oh!
If I have, I don't
as soon as
remember.
It was put on that Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay, then I probably did play some of it. I just don't remember anything.
And it was a very fun experience in 5 FPS action.
Ooh, I love 5 FPS action. That's the correct number of frames per second. Anything more is just decadence.
Slideshows are the real video game.
Exactly.
It's why visual novels are the height of the medium.
Exactly. And that's why Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is one of the greatest games of the 90s.
Yeah.
I felt bad saying that.
Yeah.
As it should have.
I keep hitting guys, but like not in a road rash kind of way, sadly.
No, unfortunately, I think this might be a serious video game.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a 16-bit licensed racing game. It does what licensed 16-bit racing games did. And there were far more of those than you would think. Far, far more of those than you would think. I mean,
Anyway, I'm very
as-
happy to see 4th generation gaming get its...
Fourth Generation Gaming getting its day in the sun.
Yeah.
Or getting its half hour in the sun, because we're not going to be in the 4th gen for very long. Look, there's motorcycle girls. Oh, I'm hopeless. Hopefully got that screenshot. I did not win that race. I did not get any points because I finished outside of the points. That's how bad that was. I mean, you know, okay, so Suzuka's a really... I got 20 grand, though. Suzuka's a really windy track, and I'm not good at the windy parts. There are less windy tracks. Can I buy any upgrades? 40 grand, 120 grand, 28, 45... I cannot afford any upgrades. Okay. Let's try Stralia. I think Stralia is less twisty. Yeah, it's a bit less twisty. Actually, it's still pretty twisty. So is this Adelaide? Because I'm trying to think what racetracks were in use in the early 90s.
Um,
Like,
Foster's.
my guess is this is Adelaide, because this certainly is not Albert Park.
The only racetrack I know by name is Laguna Seca, and that's because of Gran Turismo 2.
Excuse me, what about the Nürburgring?
What about Sebring? What about the Hungaroring? What about
Something Monaco.
oh,
I
yeah?
remember all those.
What about
I just
Monaco?
remember Laguna
What,
Seca.
what about Watkins Glen? Huh?
Watkins Glen sounds like
Watkins Glen kills people, man.
It's
No
a
joke.
sequel to Glengarry Glen Ross.
yeah.
All right. How bad's the qualifying?
Watkins Glen sounds like the name of a South African apartheid advocate.
The South African apartheid track is Kyalami, and that's also in this game. I qualified last, by the way.
But you qualified.
That's here. Oh wait, no. You should know Charlotte Motor Speedway. Certainly, Justin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think about it.
What you mean? You haven't seen the hit movie Logan Lucky?
No.
You should. It's a good movie.
It's a good Soderbergh.
It's Hillbilly Ocean 11.
From the man who made Ocean's 11.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been to Charlotte Motor Speedway, but it's like, it's one of those things where I just didn't think about it because it's so close.
Uh huh.
It feels very normal, whereas like another racetrack somewhere else with a weird name doesn't feel normal or
Like
exotic. Or,
like the Red Bull Ring, a very exotic name
Mhm.
for a racetrack.
Mhm.
Or Silverstone in it. Or Spa Francorchamps.
It's not real.
Or Le Mans. I've heard of it, Le Mans.
That is real.
That
I've
is
heard
very
of Le
real.
Mans.
Le Mans.
I've heard of
Le
Le
Mans.
Mans.
Come on, I gotta get a point. Come on, I gotta get a point. Oh, it's this hairpin that gets me. Oh, the other hairpin also gets me. They all get me. Oh no, I'm out of the points. Shit. Oh, coming to the final stretch. Come on, 14, 13, Oh, I was just outside of the points. I'm once again hopeless. It's a great screen. Okay, so let's,
Modern video games need to make fun of the player more.
like, in that, not in like, you know, there's a certain way to make fun of the player that works.
I miss the Crash Bandicoot boxes falling on his head thing.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get every box in a level though, so that felt unfair. All right, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use the 3D transition screen because I don't have one for the SNES. So don't mind that.
How dare you?
The 3DO might as well have been a fourth generation
Have
system.
you played Killing Time?
Killing Time? Not yet, I don't think.
No, it's a very late era 3DO game.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me just go and find. So after GP1, can you guess what Genki put out as their next game?
Was
GP2?
It's not GP2. It's the first Shutoko battle game. Haha, nerd. It tricked you.
Oh.
You got you baited.
Okay.
I don't see how I'm the nerd in this situation.
Remy,
It's in here somewhere.
Remy, I'm
Where did I
talking to my
put it?
internet friends.
Where did I put it? Where is it in my file system?
Do you ever just have a small dog come up to you
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not
and
Well,
really.
say,
no, but
"Please pay attention to me. I am a dog."
Is it labeled as Drift King? Yeah. Yeah. Drift King, Shutoko Battle 94, Tsuchiya Keiichi, and Bando Masaki. That's the full name of the game.
Bando Namkai.
No, it's Bando Masaki. He was the racing manager for Keiichi Tsuchiya.
I was making a Namco Bandai joke.
And I was not
no.
acknowledging the the Namdai joke you're making.
Namco Namdai!
Let's see here. That's this box art. Oh, it's long. Oh, right. Super Famicom box art's long as fuck. Okay, well, let's see about rearranging this scene here. This looks fine enough. All right, yeah. So the GP1 and GP2, which also came out in '94, there is a GP1 Part 2. But those and the other licensed games Genki did, they made so they could make the licensed game they actually wanted to make, which was the game with the Keiichi Tsuchiya license. So you've seen the Initial D, right?
Yeah, that's...
Do you remember that scene in the first season where the teenage dumbasses are like sitting around like a TV at the at the car shop watching like FMV drift videos?
Yes.
The guy they were watching drift was Keiichi Tsuchiya. Wait, was that Keiichi Tsuchiya or was that the American guy? Because there's like the American Drift King and the Japanese Drift King. They're watching one of this anyway. Keiichi Tsuchiya is the Japanese Drift King, the king of drifting, the guy who popularized it in Japan. So this is all introduction. Bando has his own car shop here. This is the lady that works there. Bando Masaki, yeah, this guy, he's a real guy. You might recognize him from the Tokyo Highway Battle game, where they just took his picture.
Damn.
Here.
That's just a guy.
Yeah, no, that's just like a real guy that they did 16-bit art for. So he's hiring us to get car data from driving cars on the highway, and he's going to get data from it. Don't worry about it. It's like just 50 kilometers, bro. Just need 50 more kilometers. Yeah. There's a lot of setup, but that's basically it. We just need to drive the cars around and get data. So there's no licensed cars or anything. So he's like, hey, I'm giving you a Type K. Do you want it to be manual or automatic? And oh dear God, automatic. He's like, oh, well, you know, it's not as good as manual, but okay, if you insist.
Can you read some of this, just out of curiosity?
I translated this. So I've already played this game before, and I translated all this dialogue. So that's how I know what's going on. But no, I can't read this. But yeah, here's Keiichi Tsuchiya. 16-bit Keiichi Tsuchiya can't hurt you. He's not real, but he is pointing at you aggressively. He's in your face. He's pointing at you. He's hanging around Bando's shop because Bando is his manager, and I guess he doesn't have anything going on right now. So he looks aggressive here, but he's actually just giving you like good advice. He's like telling you, hey, you need to drift if you want to do well. You gotta know how to drive the car. But no, I'm not gonna race you on public roads because I'm a professional driver and we can't do that. definitely being brand safe for Keiichi Tsuchiya. Even though, as we'll see in the later games, when he's the super boss, he's just racing you on the public roads. They stopped caring after this game. All right, so this should be. Is it? Yeah, there's actual like an attempt as not really so much a story as it is a premise of like, hey, why are you hanging out with Tsuchiya and Bando? Alright, so this first option, you just talk to Tsuchiya again. He tells you how to race. It's like, hey, here's how you drift. You throw the back of the car out, and then you lose traction around the corner, and then you have to steer back in to, you know, regain traction, and so on and so forth, in so many words. He's basically just telling you what drifting is. It's complicated. It's pretty complicated.
Turn left to go right. What kind of stupid thing is that?
Alright, so this is car upgrades. So you don't pay for car upgrades, you unlock them as you gather data for Bando. This is good music, though. So I don't have anything yet, because I haven't done anything yet. Oh wait, no, I can, try to remember which one of these to install. Actually, hold on, I want to go down to the bottom option here. Which one of these makes the car lighter? I think this one. Makes the car lighter. And then wheels. I think this one's a good one. This is good music, though. Admit it. So the upgrades.
Zombie Pie Redacted. I think the SNES has good music.
I mean, if you just listen to like Western-made SNES games, there aren't that many with good music. But listen to this, man. So all this text is him explaining what these parts are, which is important. It should be important. We're gonna yellow this though. Oh, no, alright, so I'm done selecting parts. This should be enough. Alright, so then this is... This is just, yeah, V-Machine. And so there's 6 rival racers in the game. And it's split into multiple chapters, and sometimes a racer will be there in more than one chapter. I never made it past the 3rd, because there's a hard filter to unlock the 4th rival. Alright, so let's go race. So there's only 4 tracks in this game, which is definitely a step back from, you know, GP1, which had like 9, which we just saw, which has 9 real-world tracks. But then again, they have to like put some traffic or something on these, and are making these up. These are not real tracks. These are tracks that are supposed to be sections of public road. So they're kind of making it up. Also, you only have half the screen to play the game, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that part.
They gotta have that cinematic view that they were probably very impressed with.
Yeah, I don't...
You only had half...
Oh, go ahead.
You only had half the screen to play Super Mario Kart as well.
Oh, okay. So maybe they are just knocking off the Mario Kart here.
But Mario Kart used the other half of the screen for a map, something vaguely useful.
Yeah, so you also notice, unlike GP1, this game neither has a mini-map nor turn indicators. So, the name of the game is Get Good.
I love it when I have to get good.
The camera angle is better, though.
Oh, the camera angle is much better. This is a usable camera angle. Hitting things works similarly as in Tokyo Highway Battle, which is if you hit something, fuck you. And as we'll see when I eventually get into a race with another car, hitting that car does not do anything to that car. Same as in Tokyo Highway Battle. So it's just like a series staple, I suppose. Also, I need to find the upgrade that gets rid of the limiter on the car. Just like in Tokyo Highway Battle that we saw, I guess the cars have limiters built in. You can't go above 180 kph. So you gotta take that thing out if you want to go fast. And of course you want to go fast.
Is that an actual thing in Japan?
I don't know. I mean, this makes me think that
is that an actual thing anywhere?
I can see Japan doing it. Of course, 180 kilometers an hour is like 150. No, how much is that? It's like 100. It's like 115 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour. So yeah, like on public roads, you aren't supposed to be going that fast anyway.
It's 111 miles per hour.
111. Yeah, you aren't. Yeah, you weren't supposed to go that fast anyway. So, like, it would make sense to do.
I mean,
like, why do streetcars go that fast to begin with?
In case you take them to the Autobahn. So my first car was a Nissan Altima. Its speedometer stopped at 110 miles per hour. Nice. I can tell you that car can go faster than that.
Ah, crap! I hit the wall. That's not good. Let's try to avoid that civilian hit the wall. That's no good. Oh, that's no good at all. I've ruined a perfectly good lap.
Yeah, I had to drive to the other side of Charlotte for my first job. Well, for my first job out of college, and I had to be there at like 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I don't know if you know. You're close enough. You might know what this highway is. You know what I-45 is?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah. Well, that road is large and empty at 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, because everyone's in church getting Jesus.
Yeah, and I was like 23, and I was like, let's see how fast I can go.
Also, look at this guy.
I see no problems with this. Oh, this guy's just been like,
he's like, yeah, I'm gonna race you. Yeah. So the thing that this game does that no other game in the series has are these little vignettes, I guess, when the rivals talk to you. Like, they'll talk shit to you. They'll be like, oh, you have a type K? Oh, well, or it's like, I have a type K, so I'm gonna beat you. It's like, my type K is better than your type K.
I'm pretty sure this exact same camera angle and attitude was used in several Need for Speed games.
Maybe, but
that's how you knew it was a good Need for Speed game.
But like, some of the other rivals that you meet, like, have personality to them, are memorable.
In this game or Need for Speed?
Oh, in this game. And that's something that the series ejects immediately after this, which I think is a real shame. Because, like, the actual secret sauce to make racing games, street racing games memorable is for your opponents to be weird freaks. Like, you want, you know, full in-your-face, like, jabroni-ass or weirdos, like, challenging you to street races. Like, that's what made Need for Speed Most Wanted.
The original.
Yeah, Most Wanted, you know, so memorable.
I know Most Wanted is the one that people loved. I didn't have Most Wanted as a kid. I had Carbon as a kid, which did the same thing.
Was that the one with Maggie Q?
I don't
Yes.
No.
Oh, it was?
I don't know
Okay.
what people generally think of Carbon.
Lesser. I
I mean, I know it's lesser, but like, do people think it's usually bad? Or they have
I'm
fun
not
with
sure.
it? So,
But yeah, as you see, I'm smoking this fool.
I'm
Because
glad you found someone you can beat.
because I've played this game before. So there is actually a difficulty curve in this game, unlike Tokyo Highway Battle, where it starts off, doesn't assume that you like immediately know what you're doing. So you have like a jobber or two that you can beat up on, and then it ratchets it up from there. Like what games are supposed to do. Unlike Tokyo Highway Battle, which is just immediately like just kicks you in the gut. And it's like, no, get good if you want to win one race. But I guess that was the third Shutoko Highway Battle game. So maybe by then they expected everyone to know what they were doing. Because of course you would have played Shutoko Battle 94 and Shutoko Battle 2. Why would you have played these games before playing Tokyo Highway Battle?
Yasu says he once shaved an hour of a 3-hour drive. So yeah, what was do you know how fast you were going?
That's what the police officer asks you.
I don't know. I'm not a cop.
Was he driving straight through the great province of Manitoba or some shit? Just nothing's on the road except for moose.
It also depends on how long. Like, is it 3 hours at like 30 miles per hour, or?
Oh,
it was in Wisconsin.
It was in Wisconsin.
Everything.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this guy's like, "Oh man, you beat me." Well, if you go to the Shudo Highway, the Shudo Expressway, you'll find a real racer there.
Yo, what up, gamers?
So there is
Hey,
like some again, the stages. There is something tying them together. Even just the thinnest of threads.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop in D&D.
D&D.
But okay,
Have
have
fun
fun.
with Shutoku.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Alright, so let's go see if we can upgrade this car. Need to upgrade this car, Harley.
Gotta upgrade that car.
Gotta upgrade this car.
So, do you know the buttons you're pushing, or are you just guessing?
I vaguely understand the buttons I'm pushing.
Vaguely.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there. I have a vague idea of what I'm doing.
Someone who could read basic Japanese characters. I
No.
can't help you.
Oh, okay.
Because,
I was gonna say, because
there's a lot of kanji in this.
see, the kanji I would have a better time with than the kana. That's why I can get around to, like, the subway in Tokyo, because most of the names are in kanji, and I can read the kanji, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have a better time with that. Let's save.
Did y'all know that in the original Japanese release of the Chainsaw Man manga, that Denji, the main character's speech bubbles are all written in kanji because he can't read?
Huh. That's interesting.
Everyone else's speech bubbles are written in the, I guess, kana.
Katakana.
Yeah.
Or there's also a third secret writing system as well, but yeah, katakana.
There's hiragana and katakana.
Oh, hiragana and katakana. There we go.
And then there's kanji.
Wait, so why does being illiterate make you talk in kanji?
Well, it's just to like, I don't know.
It's like as like a small gag.
Yeah.
And
Is it to make
also
fun of the Chinese? Is that what that is?
Oh, almost certainly. And also to give a hard time to the reader because they're like, ah, crap, it's all kanji.
Yeah, any like kids would just be like, shit.
So this is the Shudo Expressway. What do you think?
Oh, it looks like a driving game on the Super Nintendo. Is that what this is?
Sure is.
Drifto King
Yeah, it is.
94.
Yeah, because they got the Drift King likeness for this game. The real, honest to goodness Drift King is a digitized sprite in this game. Also, I imagine the final boss. Man, the 90s, you can have a guy who was just the Drift King in the 90s.
Yeah, someone had to be the Drift King.
Exactly.
There's always a Drift King. There's always a lighthouse. It all makes sense. Don't worry about it.
And like, I mean, I don't know about. Actually, I know nothing about the Gymkhana scene. So maybe someone has inherited the title of Drift King. Since then, you know, the Drift King is dead. Long live the Drift King. Maybe, I hope so. And if there is a current reigning Drift King, then there should be licensed games using the Drift King license.
There should be.
Unless that Drift King is like, I don't know, got canceled for something. You know,
I mean, probably, knowing him.
Yeah. Well, okay, no. I will say, Keiichi Tsuchiya seems like a decent guy. There's no reason to doubt the character of Keiichi Tsuchiya. I'm just gonna like put that out there first and foremost before any jokes or japes. I'm not gonna impinge on the character of the original Drift King. But yeah, so another thing in this game that they took out in all the sequels is it makes you do 5 practice laps on each track before you actually do the race. Which, I mean, it helps because there's no mini-map, so like you gotta learn the damn track. But then it's a 5-lap race, so you're doing 10 laps on these tracks. There's also only 4 tracks in the game, so you know the Shudo Expressway here gets used a lot. Gets used a lot.
Are there just regular cars on the track?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be street racing.
Yeah, just standard issue cars. Some dude's Honda Civic versus some dude's Toyota.
Exactly. Well, that's not. This one might be a Civic. I don't know. Or like a Mazda.
Maybe.
You are drifting around in a 1995 Toyota Corolla. The most reliable car ever made.
Can't stand it. It's too reliable.
It's too reliable. Y'all ever see that fucking copy pasta about the Toyota Corolla?
I might have. It's been years.
Fucking Craigslist ads like, you want to buy a car, huh? Well, let me introduce you to the 1999 Toyota Corolla. Let me tell you some of his features. It's got an engine. It gets you from A to B. End of features.
Yeah.
Is it
That's
the
the
most
one.
glamorous car? No. But it never breaks. Let me tell you a story about my Toyota Corolla. Its engine started making a funny noise once, and I ignored it, and it went away. You could take this car, drop it off the Golden Gate Bridge, fish it out of the ocean 100 years later, fill its gas tank with peanut butter, and this shit would still run.
All right,
Get a
so
Corolla.
I just skipped
Yeah.
there. The street dumbass who challenged us on the rural highway, and after he beat him, he said, "Oh yeah, well come to the Shudo Expressway, and we're gonna race for real." So now we're on the Shudo Expressway, and we're racing for real.
Going 170 kilometers per hour.
Uh huh.
That's pretty fast, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, it's like 100 something.
I mean, it could look faster.
I mean,
It's a Super Nintendo game.
you can only do so much with Mode 7. All right.
Yeah, at a certain point, the Mode 7 just becomes like hard to look at.
This one's
It's
Mode
way
8.
too
At a
fast.
certain point, you need to want Mode 8.
Yeah, you don't want Mode 8. That's when you enter the bad times.
So, are you winning right now?
Oh yeah. There's like a small in the upper right.
Oh, I see. I see it.
There's like that small like line there. So he's right behind me still, but I am winning. And also, if you watch the action camera in the top half, you can see him coming up behind me. Ah, crap, I bounced off the chicane. But yeah, so the reason why I never unlocked the 4th of 6 rival racers in this game is because the condition to get them to challenge you is to get a sub 205 on this track, and best I did was 208 after like 25 laps. So that's when I threw in the towel on this game.
That's fair.
Also, that timer isn't real-time timer. Second on the timer is more... I should pay attention. Second on the timer is more than a second. It's a second on that timer is less than a second in real life. So these are actually like a minute something laps, but it's saying 2 minutes something. I don't know why it does
Yeah, every
that.
second is 2 seconds for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't know what to tell time.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. And the next game does that as well.
You're emulating this, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Is it like that on the original Super Nintendo as well?
So, I mean,
Because that might...
What are you
That might
using? Are you using...
but the thing is, if the emulator is running at like 2x speed, I would notice from the handling.
Yeah.
Well, it might just be that the timer itself is, like, tied to the processing power of your machine.
But then also, like, there's again like a stated like limit of, hey, get a 205 on this track to unlock the next chapter. So like they expect the timer to get to certain points. But yeah, no, I guess I'll have to look up someone who's played this on an actual Famicom hardware in Japan, because I'm not in Japan, I don't have Famicom hardware, I'm not going to pay the money to import a Super Famicom and a copy of this game.
You technically don't need a Super Famicom, you just need a copy of this game and a Game Genie.
Well, or that, I guess. Well, if you want,
But
if you want hardware accurate.
I mean, if you want hardware accurate, you could just use the BE SNES core, which is supposedly hardware accurate.
I think that's what I'm using.
It's probably hardware accurate.
Yeah. Oh. So these are all ugly laps, but I'm also making it look easier than it is. Because I've done this before. This isn't the easiest game in the world. Like the drifting doesn't work well in this game to the point where like you want to avoid doing it when you can. Like it's definitely better to maintain grip. And see, that's the problem. Like I've been thinking as I've been playing these games. Why in modern racing games, like drifting mechanics, you either do it as like point scoring. You know, you think of like your Forza Horizons and whatnot, or where you're scoring points by doing drifts, and there's like point challenges where it's like, hey, you need to drift, score points, or it's like, you know, the old Burnout games or I guess Need for Speed, where you're getting boost meter by drifting. You know, like there's some reward that the game gives you for drifting other than the drifting itself. And that's because drifting is actually slower than just maintaining grip. Like,
Yeah.
in any kind of physics engine you have in a game, like it's going to make you slow. It's going to slow you down, and unless you do like magic, like Mario Kart, where no, drifting actually magically makes you faster.
Well, like drifting gives you like the ability to charge a boost for reasons.
Yes, they charge a boost.
That only started happening in what? Did that start happening in Nintendo 64 one, or did it start happening?
That was DS, I believe.
So the DS one is the one that started happening.
Yeah, that was.
Would just basically just be drifting, even on straightaways. That was so fucked up.
But no, like, because no one will want to drift in like a competitive racing scenario in a game.
Yeah, because that basically means you're losing control technically.
Yeah, and also it's slower than just like maintaining grip and hitting the apex like a sane person. So games had to come up with ways to like put in artificial rewards for the player to drift. This game was made before developers figured that out. So it's the Drift King game. See, here he is, the Drift King. He's pointing at you. He's pointing at you aggressively, but he's not being aggressive. Don't worry about it. You know, and he tells you how to drift, and there's a drifting mechanic in here, but drifting is suboptimal. Alright, so I think I unlocked the Type X car. I don't know how to access it. How do I access the Type X? Actually, you know, let's just go look at the next race. Let's go look at the next racer because she's fun, and then we will move on. So still, again, there's only 4 tracks here. But I guess this is reversed now.
Now you're going the wrong way. That would be super dangerous. Don't do that.
Or you just send the other lane.
Yeah, I guess there's that. So this would have come out in what, 1994?
Yep, because it's Shoko Battle 94.
Was this a yearly franchise, I assume?
No, it was not. I think they might have had ambitions to do a yearly franchise at first.
And they just weren't able to do it?
Then realized, no way, we shouldn't do this. This shouldn't be a yearly franchise. Well, also, they lost the likeness rights, I think, for Keiichi Tsuchiya after 3 games.
I mean, do you truly need the rights for the Drift King? You could just make your own version of the Drift King with blackjack and hookers. And
that's where the Tokyo Extreme Racer branding comes in. Which is something that people might have heard of, actually. Tokyo Extreme Racer? Anyone? No one? Bueller?
I mean, I heard of it because of you. I really didn't follow
stuff. Fair enough.
I'm not going to say, like, yeah, I've heard of Tokyo Extreme Racer, but not like, give the caveats of yes, because I saw you play it.
No, the new rebooted Tokyo Extreme Racer, go play it. It's in early access. Give Genki money to make real games again, instead of making dumb phone bullshit. Because Genki is a studio that's still around, but after 2010 or so, they just fully transitioned to making bad mobile games for money, as most of these developers did. Like the entire like mid to lower tier like Japanese development industry just moved to mobile games in like the HD era. Like screw it, like we can't make good money off of real games anymore. We'll just make shitty phone games and like get by that way. Alright.
In this, are you actually like racing people, or are you just racing the timer?
So for each chapter here, I'm doing 5 laps of practice laps, hot laps. And I guess the idea is that I'm going and collecting car data for Bando, the guy who owns the car shop. And then while I'm doing this, street racers come up and challenge me to street races. That's who that Jackoff was that I've been racing. So I guess that's the premise here, is that I have my own business I'm doing here. I'm gathering car data by just doing hot laps on, oh, that's no good, on the Shudo Expressway. And then random weirdos show up to race me.
I hate it when random weirdos do that.
Any semblance of a premise is abandoned in future games. So you just go straight to the races. But yeah, it's definitely less boring. But I don't know. I like the idea of like you're going and doing something, and then like some jackoffs show up to be like, "Yo, race me." And they have like dialogue and like, you know, vignettes, and like they're actually like fully drawn like frames of them being weirdos.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly more interesting than some of the other racing games I've seen on the Super Nintendo. Like, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I just like for games to have a premise.
Yeah, I think the only racing games I spent more than like an hour on for the Super Nintendo was either just like the original Mario Kart or the original. So past that, I kind of just ignored the other ones because really like racing wasn't there yet.
No, because it was all scalar racers, and scalar racers are for sickos.
Yeah.
Like even when that was the only kind of racing game. Because it's just the horizon doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Like, it really wasn't until the PlayStation and then Nintendo 64 that it was like, yeah, you know, these games are playable, we don't really feel like shit.
Yeah, because, like, you actually have, like, draw distances were hit or miss, but, you know, you see into the distance, there's 3D models. It makes more physical sense than this. And even then, the addition of Mode 7 to Racers was a huge improvement over the 8-bit era. Like, Outrun sucks.
Kinda sucks? It does suck.
No, I'm afraid to say, because, like, Jeff Rude might show up and, I don't know, stab me or something. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is pretty far away. He is too far away to hurt me.
Like, Outrun and Hang On were just, like, impressive to look at the time they came out, but there's not much to them.
Yeah, here she is. And fashion used to be so much
Fashion
better.
woman. Just very large loops, what I assume is a very dead animal around her body. Nothing but a bodycon skirt and a bra. I guess that's a bodycon dress.
Yeah, it's a bodycon dress missing the midsection.
It's like the wrong midsection. That's pretty high up.
That is, yeah. It was the early 90s. But yeah, so she challenges to a race, and she's like, "Oh well, you suck and your car sucks, so I'll give you a handicap by me wearing my high heels while I race you." And apparently that
So
gives
you
us.
got from reading this?
Oh, when I read it again, I've played this before, so when I translated it the first time, that's the sense I got was that she's like, oh yeah, well your car's slow and you kind of suck, so I'll wear my high heels while racing you as a handicap.
Imagine just doing your day job, collecting data on cars, and randomly showing up.
Just a random insane bodycon street racer girl shows up.
Yeah. Which I don't think would have been the style in 1994, but maybe I'm wrong.
Because that was like late 80s, early 90s. Like when did bodycon go out of fashion?
I thought it was the early 90s when it went out of fashion, but I base all of this knowledge on Yakuza.
Well, Yakuza skipped the early 90s. Is the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's Yakuza 0 is like 88. Yakuza 1, like the first chapter is 95, and then it jumps to 05. And then everything Yakuza has been like after 05 since then.
Yeah.
So we missed most of the 90s in Yakuza.
It's a shame.
Well, maybe they'll find a way to put like a 90s Yakuza somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure they'll go back to the well one day and they'll just be like, hey, here's what Majima was doing in the year 1998 or some bullshit.
Being an insane gangster, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a side game. You do like some... Well, because I think people in Japan might not have much nostalgia for the late 90s. uh,
What makes you say that? Couldn't it be some sort of weird crash?
yeah, maybe things weren't awesome in Japan in the late 90s.
Yeah.
It's like imagine if in like 10 years someone wanted to do like nostalgia for the late aughts.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, you know what, I'd rather not be nostalgic for 2008, if you don't mind. I'm good, actually.
2008 was a terrible year for me.
It's a terrible year for a lot of people, Harley. Oh, yikes.
On purpose, even.
Oh, on purpose. Oh, okay.
Well, not. I didn't have a choice, but like.
Oh.
I was 12. I was.
Oh, you were 12, and someone said, "Hey, this 12-year-old should be homeless." Okay, yeah. Wait, was that Gavin Newsom?
No, my mom and her friend Celeste were like, "Hey, you hear about that housing crisis?" And they put their heads together, and they were like, "If we use your dead uncle's inheritance, and we go to Florida,
oh, no.
we could get a house for super cheap because of the housing crisis." And so they pulled me and Celeste's daughter out of school early, and were like, "We're moving to Florida." And it took 6 months to get there.
How did it take 6 months to get there?
Did you walk?
Because did you walk? No.
They took you to Oregon Trail? Did you die of dysentery?
No, it took that long because they kept stopping.
Oh. So, like a travel shonen anime, where they're traveling across the land. Just like stopping for like villain of the week stuff.
Yeah, basically. And every time we would stop, they'd like spend money on some bullshit or something.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know what. There's a difference. That's when I moved to the States, right? Roughly around the same time. And you know what I did?
Not that.
I
Drank?
didn't do that.
Oh.
I mean, I did drink.
I didn't do that. Like,
No, it took me like what I booked a plane. I landed the plane, and she's like, "Here I am." So it's like, yeah, I live here now. Except like I had to.
Oh yeah, no, we absolutely could have flown. My aunt Celeste had like straight up like I think like $25,000 in inheritance money.
Mm-hmm.
We could have flown, but no, they were like, it's gonna be like a fun family trip across the country.
It's actually more expensive at a certain point.
We're gonna see the sights, and we're gonna experience life.
You're going to get your air bison stolen by sand nomads. No, that's a reference.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh shit. Fuck. How did I die?
She's like, oh, so you're actually not a complete loser. Okay, well, we're going to race again this time, but now I'm taking off the heels. That's what she was saying. That's literally what she was saying.
Hey, Red Mage.
She's just like, alright, no handicap this time. We race for real. And it gives her like a few seconds a lap more speed somehow, not wearing heels. Which, sure.
I'm like 90% sure this Red Mage has raise at this level and is just not using it.
I mean, why should the Red Mage do what you want to do? Alright, so one of the problems with this game that you're seeing here on screen right now, if you're watching, is that if you and your opponent exist on the same plane, like the same, I guess, y-axis plane, the game slows down to like 10 frames a second.
Great.
This is why you do not want to do close races.
Unless you want that slowdown effect.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe you can interpret it as like a dramatic slowdown, as like it's a slow motion thing, where
Sure.
But yeah, like the civilian cars don't do that to you. It's only like the active racing AI, I guess, slows down the hardware. It's weird. They fixed this in the later games. But I guess that was a known shippable thing here.
I am going to go check my Red Mage.
Ooh, this is bad. That's not good.
Okay, he did not in fact have a raise at that level. Okay.
See, I keep trying to drift. I don't know why I keep trying to drift. Maybe so I don't have to slow down into the turns. But it always goes badly for me. But if you want to get a 205 on this track, you gotta hit the right drift points and drift perfectly around these corners.
You gotta be the king of drift, if you will.
Not get frame rate drops from being inside your opponent's car.
Yeah, ideally you don't want to be in the same Y plane as your opponent, because otherwise just there's no frames anymore. The game runs out of frames.
We were pretty close that time. I say like a liar.
Yeah, I just want to keep some distance here, and I guess this nest didn't have enough processing power for the rubber banding that exists in Tokyo Highway Battle, fortunately, so I can't just kind of run away if I could get enough track
Of course.
times.
You are straight up about to lap her.
No, no, I'm not. I'm the one. She's the T. So, yeah. No, that goober who was like the first arrival, I did almost lap him in that first race. But no, she's being serious. She is driving without her high heels on, so I'm not going to be able to lap her.
References that I'm sure make sense to somebody.
Anyone who reads Japanese and was able to read that text I buttoned through knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I read some of it.
Okay, well since you alright, you know what, maybe I'll slow down for some of this text so you can read it.
Keep in mind, I read it like at like the level of a third grader in Japan. So.
Oh, okay. That's better than me. But yeah, so like these early Shutoko Highlight Battle games, or Shutoko Battle games, they even have Wikipedia pages. So I guess that's why I'm more interested in streaming these, because it seems there's less documentation out there.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so mad. Her mascara is streaming.
She's actually crying.
She's actually crying. She's yeah, no, she has a cross necklace. She's like biting on a handkerchief because she's so mad. It's like, ah, you beat me. How could this man beat me? That's probably the kind of anime character they're going for there.
Probably.
Alright, so, let's see, here's some upgrades here. Ooh. We want a Type R or a Type S? S comes after R. Wait, no, wait, we're Type K now, right? Yeah. Let's do Type S.
Which something will you use? Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Don't know something needs to do.
Yeah, so like the kanji, like I know what half this kanji means in Chinese. But and I recognize like the no symbol.
Yeah.
So
I got like nothing key, no something day.
Okay, so or no, like let's stick with this top line. So like I have like, you know, shizi, you know, in Chinese, so it's like 10 units. Some, you know, so whatever kana the it's like left right.
That dash is just telling you to sort of hang.
Oh, okay, it's just like a pause. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the left and right kanji there after the duh. I don't know. Anyway. I now have a new car.
Yo, something.
Bando uses big words because he's smart. Oh hey, welcome, well howdy partner, Genki, Desuka. Whatever you say, man. This isn't good energy Genki. This is the studio Genki. But I guess they could have good energy there.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, like the studio logo was like the studio founders, like I think 4-year-old son drew like a picture of him, and it's just like his crudely drawn like face. If you look up the Genki Studio logo, it's cute. Oh, hey, the GB forum thread, the one where I did all the cursing.
Swearing.
Or was it? Or was it something where like I put like, hey, here's my stream link like 2 years ago? Maybe.
I think there was something recently where someone was asking like, "Hey, who all here streams?" and someone didn't mention you.
Oh. Wow.
You know?
Yeah. So I'm not posting whole today, partner. I'm posting some Genki racing games. Have you heard of that? Their Tokyo Extreme Racer. That their Import Tuner Challenge.
Well, I don't know about that because this box says Driftu Kingu 94.
Well, Import Tuner Challenge is like Shotoko Battle 10 or something.
10? There's 10 of these?
Yeah, man, they made a lot for the PS2. Alright, so now here's the third course, which is a Gymkhana course. You just race through it normally. So a neat thing here is that it's still... okay, I have to do a few rounds of this. This is the first track that really gave me trouble. Because the arrows on the ground don't always go to where they're supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm making it look easy now because I failed several times at it in the past. Bonk. Posting stream links. Huh. Posting stream links. Yeah, I should do more self-advertising. I should do more self-advertising. It's hard.
Quick, post your Ko-fi link on Twitter.
I don't have Twitter. I use Blue Sky. Because I'm woke.
Wake me up. Wait, no, that's not what woke means, right?
What?
I always just assume woke means an Evanescence reference, but it's not.
No. No, it is not. No, Bishop Hero is not furious at Evanescence. Well, he might be, but...
You know? You don't know that.
I actually don't know that for certain. Just Jordan Peterson. I can't do the Jordan Peterson voice. He's going. It's like this. I can't do. Can you do the Jordan Peterson voice like a Kermit voice? Can you do a Kermit voice?
Probably, but I don't know. Is that what Jordan Peterson sounds like?
Yes.
Is he British?
No. He just has a weird Kermit voice. Like just imagine like a really sexist and racist Kermit the Frog, and that's what Jordan Peterson.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh.
Wow. Throwing strays at Kermit the Frog now?
I was not expecting that. Bonk.
You know, sometimes you just gotta make fun of Kermit the Frog. It's fine.
Alright, so now, here's a fun thing. It's her again, but like in, like, normal day clothes. So I guess after we beat her on the highway, she's like, hey, can you actually do real shit? You know, like real racing stuff? And she invited us to the Gymkhana course during the day.
That's like... a whole lot. Hold on. Stay on this fucking screen for a moment.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
I need to present this to the council.
What, this character? What is she saying?
Yeah.
Something de Kuda.
Well, I don't care what she's saying. I want to know if that's a lesbian.
I mean,
short hair was like a popular thing in Japan.
yeah, short hair was a thing at the time. And I mean, did you see what she was wearing before this?
No.
Yeah, wasn't she wearing like the
Like
furs
that,
or whatever?
yeah, like a bodycon dress with the midriff cut out, like big hoop earrings, and like a fur stole. Let me know when you're done, Harley, because I'm pretty much almost done with this game.
Oh, you can go on. I just wanted to get a screenshot.
Okay, and I can post. I mean, I have screenshots of this game on my Blue Sky account, which you can follow at 5th Generation Gaming. Is it 5th Gen Game or 5th Generation? It's one of those on Blue Sky.
You don't know your own username?
I don't.
Listen, if you Google 5th Generation Gaming, all one word, you're probably gonna find our good friend Boardmaster here.
There is a Blue Sky link on my Twitch page, so you can find it there.
Unless
Unless
someone decides to counter program him.
By doing 4th Generation Gaming? I mean, you could.
Oh no, who would do that?
I don't know. Some pervert would do that. I
Some
think
sicko.
some sicko. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you'd spend an entire weekend doing something for a bit just to see if you can slightly annoy somebody or something.
And to be fair, I wasn't annoyed at all. I was like, okay, yeah, do it, motherfucker. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Make my day.
You know, I got to learn some things. Like specifically that there's a game about Madonna being kidnapped by skinheads on the TurboGrafx.
Yeah, I bet there is. All right, so 1994 you had Shotoko Battle 94 and also GP1 Part 2. So I guess that first MotoGP licensed game did well enough for them to do a second one. Let me just main scene here. Here we go. GP. So this isn't GP2. GP2 is the lower series of GP1. This is GP1 Part 2. Licensed by Nintendo. You see?
Mm-hmm.
It's part 2.
So they made these two, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, they made the two. Ooh, there's way more tracks. This is double the tracks. All right, so we still got. Looks like that's not Adelaide anymore.
Yeah, Australia.
That's not.
Where is it?
I mean, it's pointing. It's pointing at Sydney, but I don't think they ever did anything in Sydney. It's just.
Here's the question: do you think
Melbourne?
anyone who made this knows geography?
I mean, for making a GP1 game, you need to know where all the tracks are. Is this Melbourne? I'm too drunk to do voices. Because, oh, Malaysia looks different. Huh. No, that's definitely Suzuka. That's, yeah, that's Catalonia. Oh, hey, they have the Ostreichering. This is before Red Bull bought it. There's still the Nürburgring. They still got Zandvoort. This is Monza. Is this Monza? No, it's still Imola. It's still Imola. Right. I can't for the life of me figure out. There's so many racetracks in France. Is this Spa? Is this? No, yeah, this is Spa because it has a little part. It has this at the bottom of the track here. If you look at the track map, you have a straight going into like a slight turn and then like a kink there and going into another straight. That's all uphill and it kills so many people. Okay, then you have Silverstone again. Yep, Czech. What the hell's in Czechia? What else in Czechia? Alright, so which track is it here? This looks like Laguna Seca. Oh, yeah, Argentina. I forget the name of the track there. You have the other track in Spain. It's Valencia, maybe? I don't know. You have another German track. That might be... What's the other tracks in Germany? I'm blanking. They went
Yeah.
to Spain 3 times that year, huh? And they went to Argentina twice. Germany twice. Wow, that was a interesting season, I guess. Can I exit out of this?
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, I'll get the graphics. See, it is not engine stats. Yell Storm, Red Wind, Team Red, Team GPX, Rapid Blue, Team Racing. Team Racing.
Very hard casting.
There were so many fonts on that screen. Australia. It's time attacking Australia. Oh, the sound's different. Oh, and it moves different. Okay, well, this is a better camera angle, at least.
It's a bit more zoomed out, which is nice.
Yeah, it's higher and zoomed out, so like you can see further. Theoretically. Okay, this is actually a real video game. But then again, it's also came out in like 1994. This is pretty late in the generation. So you would think they know how to make real video games by then?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. This does look impressive for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, because like the road has texture on it. Like yeah, this looks so much better than the first GP1 game they did. Oh, that's a hairpin. Can I pull back on the motorcycle? I can't pull back on the motorcycle. Darn. The sound is different. Yeah, so they're making this game and that Sudoku Battle game at the same time. Oh no, they both 5 laps. And for both games, someone at Genki was on there insisting that you do 5 lap stints all the time and everything. It's like
He just never wants the races to end.
Yeah, no. 3 laps is too few laps to do anything. It has to be 5 laps. Okay, there's actually a sound effect for the grass now. Yeah, this is like a much more advanced game. Just in terms of like everything going on in the first one. Most improved. This stupid hairpin again. Once you start racing, you just can't stop? No. Because Rio, I have a need for speed.
Or speed. I see that Trip Hawkins has gotten to you.
Dude, that first Need for Speed game on the 3DO is so weird. That's such a weird game. It's definitely like not finished. They're definitely like partway through figuring out what they wanted to do for a 3D racing game on 3DO, and I was like, fuck it, ship it.
And it became to be one of the best franchises of that era, right?
Eventually, because they've ported it to the PS1 and actually finished the game, and it's actually less fun in its finished form.
Yeah.
As you do.
Need for Speed 2 is a really good game.
Is
As
it?
is Need for Speed 3.
I thought the first couple of sequels were panned. You could look that up again, though.
No, people liked Need for Speed 3.
Okay. But yeah, that first game, not worth giving it the time of day, if I'm being quite honest. As someone who has recently tried to go and pick a 3DO Game of the Year for 1994, most of those games, not worth giving the time of day.
Is that just like, yo, you give it to... Like, is there anything?
Yeah!
Is it just Guardian War?
So, my personal favorite is Guardian War, because Guardian War is good. It's cool. Someone should do something with that game in, like, a modern context. Like, someone should do, like, a classics port of Guardian War to, like, the Switch or Switch 2 or something, like they did for the Highlight games.
Wait, they did that for the Highlight games?
You know, man,
Like,
Highlight 2 was inaccessible outside Japan until who was it? It wasn't Hamster. Someone did like a PC 88 Classics thing on the Switch. They ported over Highlight 2, like 35 years later, to no fanfare whatsoever.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But the thing is, like, Highlight's not good.
It's not, but Highlight 2 was always the one that you couldn't, get at in the West. But now you can find out whether is that the good one? Probably not.
Like, you don't want to play any Highlight is the real thing. It doesn't matter which version of it is.
The thing is, I played enough Virtual Highlight to where I could go back to Virtual Highlight. Like, yeah, I can play that again. That's the Highlight problem. I guess the problem with bad video games is once you put in the highlight effect. You know what? I'm going to call it the highlight effect from now on. It's the thing with bad video games where when you put in enough time and effort to, like, untangle whatever horrible thing has gone wrong with it and get good, in air quotes, like, you can actually have a good time with it, have fun. And you start thinking, well, maybe this game's actually good, actually.
It's not.
But it's not. You're just fooling yourself that way because you spent enough time to where you've overcome all of the problems with it.
So Stockholm Syndrome.
It's a similar category, I guess. But I call it the highlight effect for video games. Can't choose. Can't choose. I guess I'm Team Red or Team GPX, Team Blue, Team Race. Okay. That's how you become a speedrunner. Keep playing a game till you overcoming the badness with speed. Yeah, you see, like you can overcome how bad a game is with just experience and practice.
Yeah, like Virtual Highlight is a game you could technically beat in what, like an hour?
Oh yeah, you can do stuff with that game. And you know what? Like once you like break the game open, like spend enough time with it to do speedrunning stuff, you can have a good time. You can have fun. You can have fun playing Virtual Highlight. You just have to beat it a couple times first.
I don't believe you.
And that's the highlight effect. Because, like, the lack of fun comes through, like, the trial and error of, like, overcoming whatever's horribly broken with a bad game. Once you do that, like, once you know everything, and, like, have, like, acclimated to, like, whatever technical difficulties there are, like, you can have a good time.
Maybe. I don't know, that game to me just seems funny. Like, what is it? Isn't it like a golf engine or some shit?
Yeah, it is.
So the game was made... Like, I don't understand how that game was made by those people. I don't know how they ended up in that situation. I know it was made badly, I just don't know how they ended up in that situation. Like, yo, you guys made these golf games, you want to make Virtual Highlight?
Well, no, because Highlight was that company's RPG series. Like, they made Highlight, they made Highlight 2, they made Super Highlight. Like, it was the same guys who made the golf engine in those golf games.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why they used the golf engine, because that was their in-house engine. That's what they had lying around. Oh, hey, qualified 10th. Like, that's the engine they had to work with. It's like, okay, well, we want to make a new Highlight because we think we can do something with this property. But all we have for like a modern engine is this golf engine. Well, let's just use the golf engine. How hard can that be?
Rhinos, where did they find those actors?
Oh, probably the same place Toshinden 2 found, or like, Toshinden found the actors for their FMV sequence. Just like random
subway.
Pretty much, just like random people. You can get. I mean, there's no dialogue in the opening, you know. So like, no one had to write anything. They try to like have someone who can kind of speak English, find some white people hanging around Japan, and be like, hey, can you like dress up in front of these cameras for like half an afternoon? I need to find a better way to deal with that hairpin. So yeah, as you can tell, motorcycle racing, not really my thing.
That's fair.
Five laps. It's always 5 laps. I thought I dealt with that better, but I still lost the place. The sprite scaling's still weird. Like, I look so small compared to these guys who are in the distance. I mean, look at the first Kingsfield game. Right, like, those guys up from had no idea what they were doing, but they wanted to make a first-person dungeon crawler fully polygonal. And the damn thing runs at 10 FPS.
Sure does. But I mean, if you're talking about games of that era, did other games really run at that much higher of a frame rate?
Space Griffin VF. Actually, it does perform better than Kingsfield.
Well, I mean, I guess you haven't gotten there yet. But like Nintendo 64 games, aside from Mario 64, the frame rate on most Nintendo 64 games is like sub 20.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to find out. I mean, you know, the Nintendo made Nintendo 64 games all run very well.
Yeah, but like Banjo-Kazooie runs at 24 frames per second.
Not made by Nintendo.
That's true.
Also, you only need 24 frames.
I think Star Fox is at 30. Yeah, it's going for the cinematic look, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you only actually need 24 frames. Any more frames than that is Western imperialist decadence.
Do like our decadence.
I'm all about that decadence.
So I think 12th is last place. Which, not great. Okay, so this is better than GP1 Part 1. But I don't think I'm gonna... I think I'm just gonna move on. I think I'm gonna move on to 1995. And 1995 was a very busy year for Genki, because not only were they making racing games, they're making shooters now as well.
I'm not in a bubble.
Oh, I probably should have actually mentioned, in 1994, they did have a third game that they're not really credited with.
Okay.
They don't want to admit it. It was a 3DO game called Burning Soldier. It's a 6 out of 10 shmup. That's all it is. It's not really notable. Which I guess is why it's not documented as being them, but that was them. Alright, so 1995. Well, so we're not gonna look at the shooters they made in '95. Robotica for the Saturn, Kalik, the DNA Imperative, and Epidemic, the sequel to Kalik. Those were all shooters. Those are all like first-person, pretty bad first-person shooters in the style of Iron Angel of the Apocalypse. Everyone knows about Iron Angel of the Apocalypse, right? Right, chat.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's in that
I'm
style.
definitely not just nodding my head.
They're not good. Kalik's probably the best of them, and even then, Kalik isn't good. But they did make some more racing games, starting with Shutoko Battle 2. So let me do some prep. Let me try to find this damn thing again. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Okay. So that's there. And then here, I'm going to do this. I like this box art. It's some good box art for Shutoko Battle 2. Let me just squish that in there. Okay. So let's look at Shutoko Battle 2. Published by, I guess, Banpresto Software. That's what BPS is, isn't it?
I feel like Banpresto has always made like of all of the Gundam games. That's what I'm used to them making.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I have to look it up. Maybe BPS is something else. Listen to this music. This is a far less aggressive Keiichi Tsuchiya than the previous game. Sure, I'm a player. Are you a player? I'm a player.
Sure.
Alright, so here, like, instead of unlocking the cars, you just choose one. It's like, hey, do you want the type S, K, M, R? Let's go type R. Yeah, so there's no premise, no progression. Here's Bando, he changed his shirt. It's like, yo, what's up? Choose an option. There's no setup, nothing like that. You now earn money from races and use the money to upgrade your car. So that works in a more sensible way. You know, we can still...
I see this guy got collagen implants in his lips for some reason.
Yeah. So we can... So like, the actual, like, part management is better. We have a graph here of our kilogram, meters, and PS here. Over the gears, I guess? But yeah, so it was 0 points. We have nothing we can do here. We changed the color of the car. This all works a lot better than the previous game. So that's what? Part shop, save, go out to race, and exit game. Yeah, so let's go out to race. So this, so instead of being like a chapter system, this is now works like a Mega Man game. There are 9 tracks. Well, this is the same track, forward and backwards. Here's a 3rd track. This is just, I'm pretty sure this is just Sebring, like Sebring, but like in 4 configurations. And then 2 more highway tracks. So half this game's just on race tracks.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
you're not
just thinking, like, has anyone made a racing game where like you get to stage select, and if you beat someone on that stage, you get a car that beats someone on the other stage? Is that a thing we can make?
Ooh, we should do that. Yeah. So instead of like that, like full picture, like with like a bunch of text and personality, it's now just like a headshot and like a basic, like, oh, you want to race me type of thing. Like there's no personality. Like there's all the personality has been stripped away. But the game looks better. You know, like there's mini-map now. There's turn indicators. The courses are better designed. It feels better. It moves better. Like I can have both myself and the rival on screen at the same time without slowdown.
That's good.
So it is a technically better game in every way. It just has it lost all the personality, which is a shame. So instead of having that like the progression of difficulty in the first one, because it had the linear chapter progression, Now instead you have these 9 races you can do in any order against some like jobber-ass jobbers who you can beat in one try usually. And when you beat them, you unlock the ability to race against the Drift King himself in each track.
Oh, it's still the Drift King in this?
It's still the Drift King, it's still Keiichi Tsuchiya, and he is still like super boss difficulty. So you basically have like 9 easy races, and then 9 different ways for Keiichi Tsuchiya to kick your ass. So the progression, I think, is worse. You know, I like games to have a premise. You know, I like the vignettes. You know, I like the, weird character designs. You know, the Gymkhana lesbian, so on and so forth. You know, that's all like memorable and fun.
The response from the council, by the way, was, if she isn't, she should be.
Oh, okay. So that's all.
Something about the people who quote unquote run this council. You have a type.
Yeah, the type is pretty women.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, so this game, again, it handles better, it plays better, it's graphically better.
Do you like it better?
It's less likable because it has none of the charm, right? They took out all the charm. They removed the charm.
Well, this one came out, what, 2 years after the last one?
Next year. That's a year later.
So instead of calling it Tokyo or Drift King 2, or 95, they called it Drift King 2.
Yeah, which is interesting. And when I describe the Drift King as being like a super boss, what I mean is, like, when you get a fully upgraded car, like, you win all 9 races, you get all of the upgrade currency, you buy all the upgrades, you fully kit out your car, and then you go race him, he's 10 seconds a lap faster than you.
Like, just because.
Like, just because he's just better than you are. Like, in every way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because he's a Drift King. And remember, in Shutoko Battle 3, which is the Tokyo Highlight Battle I streamed multiple times, like, I made it up to the end where you're racing against the Drift King, and I could not beat him. I had a fully upgraded car, I had driven those tracks so many goddamn times. But he was still like 5 seconds a lap faster than me.
You got your number.
And if you do somehow beat him, like in that PS1 game, it's a full-on like FMV thing where Keiichi Tsuchiya congratulates you, the player, for beating him. It's like, oh hey, I guess you're the new Drift King now. Like, they definitely treat it as like you did something extremely special by beating that game. You're not supposed to beat that game. You're not supposed to beat this game. You aren't supposed to beat any of these games that have the Drift King in it.
It's like the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out thing where they just made them super hard, but I feel like they still made it possible for you to beat him. So.
Yeah, he's basically the Mike Tyson of... Well, no, again, a better person than Mike Tyson. I really need to reiterate. I have nothing bad to say. Oh, so, as you beat these tracks, it just fills in his face there. So by the time you beat all of them, it's just like 9 Tsuchiyas staring at you. It's pretty funny. There's a picture on my Blue Sky of that. Yeah, so now I can go and like buy upgrades, and this is basically the upgrade shop from Tokyo Highway Battle. They have like a star rating system here to like give you some indication. And this is good because you don't need to know Japanese. It's like, oh hey, the ones with the most stars are going to be the best ones.
Sure.
But also, a funny thing, so you can buy a CD player. And so this last option here is to like make the car lighter. You like remove weight, it makes the car better in every way possible. This one's a CD player. You can usually equip most upgrades, like they aren't just like different tire types or like different brake types. Like you have them all equipped at the same time, except the CD player and the weight reduction. It's one or the other.
Yeah, you either want to listen to music or you have
A better car.
nothing in your trunk.
I think that's very funny.
Well, like I mean, CD players. A lot of like the high-end CD players would just be like a bunch of CDs or like CD like loaders inside your trunk in the 90s. I remember that.
Oh, like the really high end. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, my sister's first car that had a CD player. The CD player was in the trunk. So if you wanted to listen to music, you needed to put the CDs in the trunk, and she was able to put 5 CDs. So those were the CDs you could listen to.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Alright, so let's go to the first... I'm pretty sure this is Sebring. Sebring? Sebring. I'm pretty sure this is Sebring. If someone knows better, please tell me. I mean, this guy is definitely like their version of an American, I think.
Well, you want to know what that thing says there?
What does it say?
It says, well, that's Sa, and then Skito? I would say Skito is what it says.
Skeeto? Like skeet?
Sakito.
It's like skeet. That's what he's doing.
Maybe.
He's skeeting at us.
There's like, you gotta go Sa first, because there's that dash, so Sa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm conflicted about these first two Shushoko Battle games for all the reasons that I've talked about.
Sure.
What does the chat think? Do you want personality or like a mechanically stable video game?
Unfortunately, for a racing game, I would have to go with mechanically stable.
Fair.
Any kind of game where like it being a competitive experience is kind of core to it. You know?
That's fair. I would still take the personality though. Yeah, like there's no traffic here because this is literally a race course. So like, what are we doing? You know?
Traffic.
But this is like Shutoko is like the Shuto Expressway. It's Shuto Expressway Battle.
But there doesn't seem to be the Shutoko Expressway.
Yeah, like Sebring is not the Shuto Expressway. Which again, the first
isn't on the Shutoko.
Yeah, like because like the first game, like the fourth track is an actual racetrack. That's because there is a progression going on there of like you're racing on the streets, and then it's like, hey, maybe you should like race for real, and then you end up racing for real, and then you race the Drift King on a real racetrack. You know, like there's like an A to B to C going on there. This game, though, there's no context.
Context is overrated.
I think I found thematically my favorite Final Fantasy 14 class.
Oh yeah.
It's Sage, which is a healer class. Except its primary method of healing is to put a buff on one guy and then just shoot everything around him with lasers.
Okay, so it's not like a wrong way healing magic thing where you heal people by punching them in the face.
No, I heal you by punching your enemy in the face.
Oh, okay, that works. My enemy does need to get punched in the face. Oh, that's killer.
When I watched the wrong way to use healing magic, I just assumed that person was a big fan of Shining Force too. The person who made that movie.
Oh, I should just retire. Okay, so I was trying to be cheeky there by like doing the fourth thing in the order, because I just assumed that they were all equal. Apparently not. You should go from left to right, top to bottom. Oh, look at this! Look at that! This music's so intense. I still got some bonus points. Not enough to do anything.
He looks disappointed in you.
Alright, so you are supposed to go in order, I guess. Even though they give the option to do any of the 9 races. So this is just that same starting Shido Expressway track, but in reverse. Oh, he just turned into me, that jerk.
It's also important to note that part of what makes this class Field Knight feel as good as it does is that I have 4 different lasers.
You have lasers.
I'm basically a Jedi if a Jedi fought with just floating guns.
That's not how Jedi fight, though. That's nowhere close to how Jedi fight.
It would be dope, though. I fully 100% believe that Anakin Skywalker would have used 4 floating blasters if someone had just told him it was an
Maybe.
So are you basically just like playing it like Nier, where you have the floating thing next to you that shoots at enemies?
Yeah, basically.
My head is getting tired because I'm old.
Crocodile dudes. I didn't know they had big ass crocodile dudes in
Oh, I need to get rid of that thing.
Final Fantasy 14.
I mean, I'm still winning pretty easily, even though I'm driving like garbage.
You got the spam boss.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a race, so I can't go click.
You gotta go fast.
I have to go fast. So I get rid of the spam bot. I'm terrible at this game. I'm still winning. Because this guy's a jobber.
Also, that is being horribly mistreated by a TV show called Sirens currently.
It's just very bad.
She thought it was about mermaids. It's not.
What's it about?
Not mermaids.
Specifically the opposite of mermaids?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what else it's about. I just know that that is the only thing I'm watching it for.
And was like, yo, it's got mermaids, and it's just like, unfortunate.
Alright, yeah, so... Okay, let's go over to Twitch. All this thing. Okay, killed it.
To quote him, the woman who is the antagonist is doing that Hannibal thing, where like she'll say something that could be about mermaids or being a mermaid, but really it's just not. It's not.
Oh, so it just isn't. But yeah, so that's the loop with this game.
Mermaid teasing you the entire time?
You do a race, beat a jobber, upgrade your car, and then once you do that 9 times, you then get your ass kicked 5 ways a Sunday by Keiichi Tsuchiya.
The greatest racer to ever live.
Yes.
It shows up and caves your skull in.
Basically. I'll show that before I go to a different game. Suspension. I like having a suspension. Alright, I need to go install... So they buy the parts, but they have to go install them. That explains a lot, actually. Why I was doing so badly at that race. There we go. Alright, so let's go... let's do this track, because I think this track is, like, visually... it made my eyes hurt. Very simple track. This guy with the baseball cap. Like the yellow, I mean, like the sunset's nice, but like it's the orange and yellow, and orange and yellow, and more orange and yellow.
Yeah.
And it's just staring at it too long fucks you up. It's a nice idea, though. This is at least a short track.
It's still 5 laps, I bet.
Oh yeah. That's like half the length. So you spend less time looking at it. But yeah, like you notice different handling in the car after you put enough upgrades on, which I think is nice. Because you want to be able to notice when the car is getting better. Yeah, I just have a hard time like telling what's coming up on the horizon because the yellow lines of the road kind of blend in with the orange of the background. So it's like my view distance is shorter than it was before. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense.
Like this might as well be outrun at this point. For like all the draw distance I have, or view distance I have. It's not draw distance, there's no draw distance in this game. But yeah, like, beating up on these jobbers is not the most interesting thing in the world. And then after this, I'll show what Genki Tsuchiya can do with this track. Like, just getting your skull caved in by him also isn't compelling. So it is. So yeah, I am conflicted. Alright, so let's buy some additional upgrades to give ourselves as much of a chance as we can, and then let's get our ass kicked. We close out this game. How's that sound for everyone?
That's the next game.
The next game, we're finally moving to the next generation.
Oh shit, are we gonna have, like,
polygons?
64-bit?
No, 32-bit.
Polygon. Wow.
Yeah, polygons. Whole ass polygons.
Sorry, I got a little excited.
Yeah, I know. You're getting ahead of yourself there. Alright, so let's install these parts. I actually saw the graph move a little bit. See, you can see the graph move a little bit. Alright. Alright, we saved. Alright, now let's just go get our own asses handed to us. What does the Drift King have to say about any of this?
I'm just gonna tell you that you suck at life.
No, he's polite about it.
It's a nice dude.
Yeah. Mind you, this isn't the most upgraded car, so I would fare a bit better if I had more upgrades, but it's a bit better. And he's gone. Never to be seen again.
just took off.
Yeah, he's gone. He left.
It's almost like he slashed your tires before the race started or something.
He's just that much better at this than I am.
Dude, that's not even better. That's just like, yo, your car sucks.
Yeah, and mind you, my car is only like a third of the way upgraded, or like half upgraded at this point. Like I could get more upgrades on it. That would just mean he doesn't lap me, basically.
Great. Something to work with.
But just like this, the difference between like beating up on a jobber and then the Drift King, like there's no in between. There's no ramp up. There's no difficulty curve. It's a difficulty two-step stairway is what it is.
What is a jobber?
It's kind of like, you ever heard the term townie?
It's a wrestling thing, I think.
It's someone who's there, he's there basically to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, it's someone who is at the wrestling match to lose.
As opposed to the guy who's gonna lose anyways because it's a pre-discussed format.
Yeah,
No,
but the whole point of the jobber is that like it's their job no matter where they go, no matter which ring they're in. It's their job to lose.
Okay, so it's a full-on like type task. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice this. This was something you would have noticed earlier with like 90s wrestling, early 2000s. You'd see like Hulk Hogan versus a guy who it's just his name, like Phil Jeffries. And you're like, who the fuck's that? It's just a guy in town who wrestles, and he's just there to fill space and get his ass kicked.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so like he finished like about a full minute before I did. And that doesn't get too much better with a fully upgraded car. So that's Sudoku Battle 94. I mean, Sudoku Battle 2. Yes, the Drift King lives up to his name. You do get a lot of points for beating him, though, but if you go and
Hey,
beat...
Jatsu, I need to borrow the Canadian real quick. We need to borrow the Canadian, like, emergency style. Okay? Canadian.
Alright, it's a Canadian emergency.
Jeff found a coffee place. Justin is here as well. And it's called Fog Duckers, with the pun being fucking the dogs. He was told by the Canadians in his area that fucking the dog is Canadian slang for just lazing about and just kicking back.
I thought screwing the
Is that a real thing?
Was
Yes.
You've
a real
heard this? Oh my fucking god!
No,
Of course
all your fucking dog is what
Canadians
it is.
use fucking the dog as a slang term for just kicking back and relaxing? Are you fucking
No,
kidding?
so it's not necessarily kicking back for relaxing. It's used in the construction industry a lot for, like, say, a crew that basically just doesn't produce at all.
Oh, construction.
Dog all day.
Yeah, that explains it.
Okay, makes a lot more sense. I can't fucking believe that's a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No,
Right.
no construction
Glad I can
workers
help.
having
I am
obscene
happy
slang. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I'm glad that they felt the need to just come in here and be like, fucking the dog.
I mean, screwing the pooch is a thing.
Yeah, it's basically a play on that.
Oh, okay.
But that's a different thing. That's usually like you fucked up.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to the Sega Saturn. I don't know if you heard of it.
Never heard of it before in my life.
So you've heard of the Sega, right? You know, the black box you bought in the early 90s. You could play your Sonic on it.
Yeah, well, for me, it was the
Sega.
black box I bought in the late 90s from a friend who was probably addicted to drugs.
Hell yeah.
Because he sold it to me for $10 and half a pack of Jolly Ranchers because he needed the money to buy weed. And
as you do.
that was the best weed he ever had.
And that's hard up. I've never
You've never been that hard up for.
Especially over weed. Like your
Just
buddy had to
weed.
have been your buddy had to have been into some fucked up shit you didn't know about to sell off
Probably. He
to
ended
sell
up
his whole console
and all the games
and all the games for
Yeah.
$10.
and have a
That's
pack of
some-
Jolly Ranchers.
That's crazy.
Oh wait, hold on.
He eventually joined the
Let me-
Canadian military, so
As you do.
Ah, yeah, no. See, there we go.
Actually, I need to unplug this controller and plug in my Saturn control. I have a Saturn controller. I have
yeah,
just
you
for
should
this
have a Saturn
occasion.
controller. They're great.
Yeah, like just for this occasion, I have a Saturn controller. Does Saturn controller connect? Connects immediately. Hot damn. Okay, so let's try this again. So, also 1995. So 1995. Not only were they making like 3 terrible first-person shooters, and Shutoko Battle 2, they also made. Let's go. They also made a sequel to Hang On for the Sega Saturn called Hang On GP. I guess because Sega saw that they knew how to handle MotoGP stuff. And they're like, hey, hang on tight. You know how to do motorcycle racing games. How about you make a hang on game for the Saturn? And Genki's like, sure, we like money. So here we go, Hang On GP for the Sega Saturn. Make sure you hang on. So
Always hanging on.
I have covered this
Tight.
before. I covered this game in the past for like my Sega Saturn series. This is just better. It's a better vehicle.
The circuit race course was here.
So there's like 6 courses here, which yeah.
The circuit race course.
Albatross Cliff Reef.
So I didn't understand why the Kalik guys made a Hang On sequel for the Sega Saturn when I first played this. Because I was like, what are we even doing here? Also, you might know something horribly wrong with this game.
Trying to look now. Is it the world's kind of melting away?
Yeah. 3D graphics are hard,
Yeah.
especially at speed.
It's kind of hard to notice, but once you notice it, it's kind of hard to not see it anymore.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've streamed this game before.
It's
Like-
possible if it was an early Saturn game, sure.
Yeah, no, because again, I covered it in one of my Saturn entries for I forget when it came out. But yeah, so this is the Sega Saturn Hang On game no one talks about.
I
And
didn't even know it existed.
exactly, because no one talks about it, and there's a reason why no one talks about it. It's not particularly good. It doesn't feel good. In fact, I'd say this is worse than GP1 Part 2. But then again, all of these early 32-bit games were a step back
Passing through the checkpoint.
from, like, the late model 16-bit games, you know?
Yeah. Boy, would they cool at the Blockbuster when they saw them on that kiosk.
Yeah. Because you're like, whoa, polygons! That's Mondo cool!
Passing through the checkpoint.
Oh, it's no longer... Yeah, so I guess that's Super Hang On. And then it want to go with Hyper Hang On, this, Hang On GP. Because, like, no, man, it's like MotoGP now, because it's for real. It's for real now.
Passing through the checkpoint.
Yeah, man, this game's kind of fucked up. Also, I think I'm getting some static feedback from my backup headphones here. I think it just got a mild electric shock. My entire head is tingling. So how are y'all doing?
It's Sega just trying to charge you up, you know, just electrocuting you as you play Saturn games.
I guess so. As you do. You're not really playing a Saturn game until you get electrocuted. Ah, crap. This one turn always gets me. I swear to shit. At least with this game, the lap timing seemed to be honest, which is an improvement for Genki, having honest lap times.
Yeah, sure.
Man, your fucking motorcycle gets some fucking speed.
Oh god, this just feels so terrible. Man, hang on's bad, actually.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is. Like, you lean too quickly. It's too twitchy.
I feel like that's just what riding a motorcycle would be like at those speeds.
I don't know. I've never liked motorcycle racing.
Make an entry under
I think the idea of racing in a vehicle is already overly ambitious, considering how fucking dangerous a car is. The idea of doing it on a vehicle that is that much faster with so very little safety. Just, I'm good.
Oh yeah, yeah. So apparently,
Okay.
there's no actual like tournament or career mode or anything. It's just single races. You win or you lose.
the circuit race clear.
Maybe it was more than 6 tracks, and you just like unlock the third set by like getting good.
Could be.
Probably.
Great Crimson Wall.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, this game isn't super good.
Get ready.
Yeah, just look at the way like the ground folds as it approaches the screen.
Do I have to? Kind of makes me sick.
Yeah.
Fan of that.
Now we're racing on some kind of Great Wall.
Passing through the checkpoint.
Some sort of great wall, you said.
Yeah. It's a great big wall, you know?
Passing through the checkpoint.
Perhaps somewhere in Asia.
Somewhere. Like the grass physics are really bad. I mean, there are a lot of really bad racing games on the Saturn, especially 95, 96. You have, Togue Mountain King is a pretty bad racing game, like Togue racing game. Or Toge? Is it Toge? Or, oh, I don't know.
Passing through the
Oh, it was translated over as like Downhill Mountain Racing Challenge or some shit. They're like Cyber Speedway, which is like a sci-fi racing game that's not quite Wipeout.
Sure.
Also pretty mediocre. And after this, we're going to see the last racing game that Genki put out in 1995. They put out 3 racing games in 1995, and 3 shooters. They were busy. Yeah. Well, see, so it's 3 tracks and just short and long versions of those tracks. But yeah, that's still like a decent amount for like early, like 1995 3D racers.
Well, compare that to Ridge Racer, which had, what, 1 track?
1 track and like 3 configurations. Yeah.
Passing through the checkpoint. This is the final lap.
Also, note how these are all 5-lap races. Because Genki.
Passing through the checkpoint.
Yeah, this game feels kind of terrible. Like,
Goal.
but it's by no means the worst racing game on the Saturn.
Sure.
All right.
So yeah, I set a time. I didn't win, so it's not gonna say anything nice to me about it. It's just like, okay, well, enter your name, I guess. And then back to the main menu. So yeah, again, I've covered this before. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. What I am going to spend more time on is the reason why I'm actually here, 2.5 hours in.
Mhm.
Because I played a bit of this
moment.
game today, this afternoon, and I was like, holy shit, this is shockingly terrible.
It's time, folks. What you've all been waiting for.
A shockingly terrible racing game. Are you excited?
Oh my god.
Sure.
Please. I love shockingly terrible racing games.
I've heard that about you.
I love to not play them. I love to not.
Alright, let's hope this runs. So, we have, this, in Japan, this is called, Wangan Dead Heat. Wangan? Wangan? I don't know how you say that. Japanese. Wangan Dead Heat. Or Highway 2000 in the America.
Did this not have a South American release? I say that as a jest, but also I 100% understand that it probably didn't.
But yeah, do you want to fuck this Toyota Supra?
Not really.
I mean, if it's a Toyota, probably.
So was this made by Genki?
Yeah. This
I've never
is
heard of this before in my life.
this is Genki's third racing game of
I
1995.
got double bards in my dungeon.
Yeah, look at the Supra. You want to fuck this Supra, don't you? Supra's so hot. Just want to stick your dick right in there, don't you?
Jeez.
Why are you so hard up about this fucking?
No, okay, this opening FMV, literally the guys at Genki got a nice Toyota Supra and just took a whole bunch of B-roll of it, and then had this this very exciting backing track to this B-roll of this Toyota Supra. Anyway, so what does Highway 2000 or Wangan Dead Heat have for us?
This came out in 1995. It's called Highway 2000.
Yes, well, yes. Alright, now loading again the Supra. They like the Supra a lot. So before I even play, I enter a name, which, okay, sure. An FMV racing game. Yeah, the closest is that the first Need for Speed, but even then it's not really FMV racing game. That'd be really hard. I think if Digital Pictures hadn't gone under when it did, they might have tried it at some point. Let's go for the average car here. The Rapid Fire. So this is supposed to be just a straight-up arcade racing game. Like, you hit the brake button and you immediately go into a drift. Like, this is their answer to the Daytona USA.
Sure. It looks like you're barely in control.
I am barely in control.
At least the world's not melting away like the last one.
Yeah, so they figured that part out. Also, the camera goes sideways when you drift, which is extremely not helpful.
No,
It
definitely
is
not.
very
Imagine
hard
if you're playing like, yeah.
It's also very hard to get out of a drift, too. Again,
Imagine if you're like in a winding road where you have to go like a quick left and a quick right and drift, and the camera's just like, yeah, I guess you're here now.
yeah.
Not ideal.
This game feels terrible. So also, this game was panned when it came out. I did look that up. Like not even Famitsu would give it the time of day. They're like, yeah, no, this is terrible. Yes, it's more important to look cool when you drift than to know where the hell you're going when you drift.
Just like real life.
That is true. I do want to like pejoratively compare it to like on a Ridge Racer 6, or at least what I imagine Ridge Racer 6 to feel like in my mind when I first tried playing it when I was a teenager, and it felt terrible. Like, so, I mean, it's probably not anywhere near this bad, but in my mind, this is what Ridge Racer 6 feels like. Also, I'm not winning this race. Try again! That's it.
I figured out how to do the gradients. Nice.
Takes a long time.
Continue.
Takes a very long time for that continue to come in, and you can't do anything until it does.
Yeah. Well, look at this checkerboard pattern they made with cars.
No, just it's the same car. It's that Supra from the opening.
Yeah, but just different angles, so it looks like a checkerboard.
Alright, so I have to, like, not lose this time? Let's try not drifting. Do I go faster if I don't drift? Apparently not. I guess not. Alright, at least the collisions don't, like, throw you into, like, a different area code. Which is nice. See, I don't want to brake going into the turns because that'll probably throw me into a drift immediately.
Yeah. So this is one of those things where, like, if you saw this in 1995, you'd be like, yeah, this looks impressive. But, it's like shit.
And see, it's get thrown into a drift, and I can't get out of the drift when I want to get out of the drift. That's not good.
There's got to be someone on the internet who knows like the ins and outs of this.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean on the Japanese internet. I don't know if anyone in the U.S. played this game.
I think someone must have. It's rated kids to adults.
I mean, yeah, it had to have sold tens of thousands of copies at least, right?
Dozens of them, imagine.
Thousands of copies. I don't know if anyone if any of those thousands of kids remember it though. Oh god, you see that just went so terribly wrong. I did worse that time. Okay, so drifting is good, I guess. And you can't quit out to the main menu until you let everything going on here go on here. Well, at least the cat's fighting doesn't come through the mic.
Oh no, I absolutely heard that.
Oh, shit.
Ever so briefly, but I heard it.
Oh, okay. Game over. Alright, let's go to options here. What options do we have? Oh, hey, I can set it to easy. Sound test.
Every game should have a sound test.
Exactly. Problem is, Nuz music is compelling. Like, it wants to be Ridge Racer, but it can't be Ridge Racer. Alright, so I set it to easy. How many tracks are in this? Alright, so we got Splash Road Highway. We have Urban Sight Highway. Wind Breath Highway. Bayside Road Highway. Cross Rainbow Highway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 tracks? Sure. Yeah, that works. So I guess you have to win each race in order during the main mode. So they solved this after this is one of those games. Like I've seen it in a handful so far that are in the style of a arcade racer, but were never in arcades. How do I quit? I could not quit out the time trial.
Yeah, this is your life now.
This is my life now. This is also 5 laps. This might also be 5 laps. See, just getting out of the drift feels bad.
It definitely doesn't look great.
You are up this fucking car's ass.
Yeah, I am.
Like, can we pull the camera back like 3 feet?
No.
Which button does that?
I don't mean you. I just mean like in general.
Here we go.
I don't mean
How about
your-
this?
That's
But no, like, this thing I was joking earlier when I asked you if you wanted to fuck that Supra.
I was in a raid at the time, so I wasn't able to look over and see the context of the joke, but that's crazy.
Yeah, you break the first record. I love break the first record.
Nice.
Alright, let's look at the other tracks. Let's look at another track. Let's look at Cross Rainbow Highway. Let's see what's going on here. But yeah, both of these Saturn racing games are so much worse than Shutoko Battle 2. It's astonishing, almost. Well, I'm in the big city now.
At least they eventually figured it out. No, right?
Yeah, because Tokyo Highway Battle came out in '96.
So they just needed like one more year.
And to not be on the Sega Saturn.
Oh. Something triangles or something? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's quadrilaterals here.
That's like so many more points.
Yeah, it's like 33% more angles than a triangle. That's just math.
Yeah.
That's why in most games for this Sega Saturn, the polygonal models look unhappy to be there, like they're trying to jitter themselves apart. Because just the rectangles don't want to fit together. Like the original attempt at porting Daytona USA to the Saturn, like those cars look like they're about to just like explode at any moment. The way they jitter around. I mean, I guess this isn't the worst racing game I've seen on, like, the 32-bit consoles. I've seen worse than this.
Were they on the Atari Jaguar?
Okay, so if you want to know, I don't think it works in the 3DO emulation, but if you want to know what the actual worst racing game of the era was, what do you want to know? What the actual worst racing game of the era is?
Sure. Tell me.
It is Cheeky Cheeky Mo Race for the 3DO, released only in Japan.
Cheeky Cheeky. Is it Cheeky Cheeky Moe Race? Is that what that is?
No, it's Wacky Racers, the Hanna-Barbera licensed Wacky Racers for the 3DO, released only in Japan.
Sure.
I can't get it. I have not been able to get it to work on emulation, but from just seeing videos of it, that's the worst racing game of the era.
You know, Japan, they just love the Wacky Racers, right?
I guess? I don't know. It's baffling. Alright, so I pressed the brake button that time, and I did not drift.
Didn't even look like you braked.
No, it just didn't register at all. Oh, that's not good. I did a minute 19, all 3 laps. Great. But I still break the first record. Oh, it is 11:30. I need to stop streaming for today. But yeah, so this has been the first 3 years of Genki's racing game output.
Some of these games are alright.
Yeah, some of these games are worth something.
I mean, they're not worth anything monetarily, but
Well,
maybe worth playing.
alright, Joku's playing Final Fantasy X. I'll send everyone over to Final Fantasy X. That's a game. That's a video game.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I hope everyone had a very Genki stream.
Hi, Genki desu.
Alright, and... Alright, all 7 viewers are ready to raid. Raiding viewers.
Just forcing people to watch Blitzball already.